Team Liquid, bigger
We
picture.
got Liquid on defense. Gentlemates on attack.
It's still just the consistency, right?
Get a better seeding. Gentlemates have to win 2-0.
Could you imagine?
Liquid though looking to posture up fairly aggressively here in mid, but again on the drop of the orb. Gentlemates going to find a little bit of space to play into here, but Martin has found Miniboo.
That was a lovely beginning for Martin. Bit of a shot in the dark, but just before the smoke plumed, he knew where he was. It's
pretty
Wayne
nice
to
Yuto in the choke here, though.
Slip through on site, and then the second hit, they commit on this. Spike is there with them. Now, the only disconnected factor would be Starzo, who's pretty far off, but he can get some nice
miles
timing
away
maybe,
right now.
but they seem very paranoid about the flank here.
Yeah, Nats is exploring towards mid, maybe looking for that's the sort of thing Starzo's trying to piece together.
Rala kind of gives it away.
But certainly going to spur things on here.
It's a bad plan for everyone playing here.
For the retake.
Certainly is, but what's the goer? Still a flash with Purpo, that might be it, but Starzo going to be fine, unaffected. Glyph then swings from Nubox, gets a follow-up, this is lovely. Mates looking solid in this. Purpo, last one alive with 20 HP.
All right, they handled it well.
Can't get it across the line. For Mates, that was a very diligent pistol round.
Yep, really a lot of pressure coming through there. You know, if Liquid were able to identify Starzo's whereabouts, maybe a little more aggressive in terms of the approach to site. Yeah, it's Liquid not being rewarded initially for this exploration down mid that allows Gentlemates this free access to site, and ultimately Martin to find the opener onto Miniboo. That's a hell of a toasty. If you needed a reminder, but Liquid the only one of 3 teams last year's disastrous mate roster.
Jesus, I said disastrous.
Put this roster in the same
didn't have to type that.
Lens. So here looking to make no secrets about it on the way in. Miniboo will fall again. Wayne will find a response though.
If only that push and pull could have
been
maybe
could have got a
more chip to that.
I agree. Could have got a second one on the backside there.
You saw the plan in mind, but they've managed to make it through without too many problems.
Gelmo with the prime. Appreciate the 6 months, mate. Thank you.
Off for him. Yeah, very dead hit. Able to turn back around, but still upgrade found. That's going to be a Sheriff coming into play. And 3 mod fine. If they can take away any of these, that would be huge.
I was going to say damage does become a factor here because you see it's a Guardian, a Bulldog, and a Vandal.
Standing up is a workout now. Yeah, these days.
Camo, exactly the same.
Now, luckily, there was no real incentive.
What do you expect me to do? Jumping jacks?
Too far. Maybe Camo could have done a bit more on this because mates were pretty light on site here. They would have had to have come flying back through if somehow they did manage to clear Martin. I think in the minds of Liquid, just going to opt to give it up to the Spike if possible. I think it's Martin waiting to see if he can catch someone towards the end here. No, unable to catch him on the way out, but not too bad. Job done there for mates. I'll be happy enough keeping 3 of those rifles in hand.
Didn't know that was on the table. Yeah, it's not.
Round 3 purchase here. In all progress, nothing really to report just yet. This first buy round.
I could get a treadmill. I got a treadmill here, but it's way too loud, man. We don't have good options in Iceland.
These first 2 losses.
This is the quietest one they have, and trust me, it's not quiet.
My mate's going to set up, spread pretty thin here. Maybe slight focus towards mid early on.
Do you remember when you jump last? Did box jumps 2 weeks ago, I think. But yeah, 2 weeks probably.
No contact found anywhere across the map just yet. As soon as this orb goes up though, the investment comes out, so mate's happy to greet that really.
Yeah, they're actually committing behind it too.
That's a big force through.
That's risky, very risky. Martin
they actually get a pretty good trade off that.
Death there, but that was a lot behind it, and Liquid already going to reclaim the space.
Yeah, they maybe kind of mess up their timing a little bit, but they'll take the 1-for-1.
On the map, there's been very limited amounts.
Well, yeah, first blood, sure, but it's not a big win in terms of space or control. Glyph seemingly aware of.
I think you could jump over Mini. If I could use my hands on his shoulders,
still on this side of the map,
probably.
So expecting mates to probably regroup here towards a B site. He
can just frog jump.
Yeah, looking like they're going to try and fake off.
He's pretty small, man. He might be doable.
Well, maybe a bit of commitment up ramp, but
I would have to see him.
Doesn't feel like it's being bought particularly. Liquid still seem like they want to stick around here. Now they definitely will. Miniboo's seen at least 2 on the cross, and it's a bit of a mess initially for Wayne, but still, that's a little bit of a fumble from Miniboo there. Desperate to try and deal with, but Nats comes swinging.
That's a solo round from Nats, really.
The Spike gets left in a perfect position for Liquid, and the
20 seconds should be impossible.
Position will have been considered now. Has the haunt back. Probably not quite where he'd have wanted it, and with time, his hands forced.
Can he leapfrog Dryad? Dude, pretty sure she's taller than Minnie.
Another weapon with Purpo going to find their headshot.
A lovely run from Nats on this one.
Get themselves on the board here. And Stars are obviously noted with the Prowler over towards A main, so Nats knows he can make a bold play like this. Drop down
I
and
saw
challenge.
him
Still
before
a
the
beautiful shot.
smoke went off.
Oh yeah, gorgeous.
Clean up this engagement.
Spike down B.
Initially, it looked like Glyph was going to find a kills back to back. Snappy onto Martin. And the Liquid purchase will suffer for sure, but Miniboo on a judge and a Guardian and a Bulldog to round out here.
I'm out of here.
Martin getting closer and closer to a showstopper early on. Miniboo at least reveal presence here in terms of audio to Mini.
This back-to-back rounds where they try force through middle.
Towards mid. Maybe anticipating mates springboarding off the back of that information.
It looks like he's kind of...
I mean, Boombot caught as well.
Yeah,
so
he took a second glance then. Turning back around, maybe considering trying to support over towards ramp with Purpo, but...
I mean, lots achieved though in this early round by Liquid.
Yeah, they completely deny mid.
Could be mates to actually
Completely deny mid.
the
They
situation
show them
very
they're
well.
close
Purpo
over towards
needs
A.
to probably find some value from this dog, and I don't think he's going to know anything here, but already Miniboo looking to reinforce this A site hold.
Yeah, whatever the tell is, whatever the reads are, different routing from the Prowler, now contact made, Miniboo's here. Really good.
God, this was a shock of a round for mates, man. They got wrecked here.
And as you said, a lot of
No
positives in the
pressure
early
anywhere,
round
and
from
then
Liquid,
just
drawing a
group
lot
up and
of
then
utility
essentially
off
just
of mates.
individuals
So now
center.
what can they really work with here? You feel like you can't go through that lower side, getting towards site. You've got to try and scale up through heaven.
Well, they have to brute force this now effectively.
Look at the numbers here. Liquid hitting those rotations just right, stacked up towards CT, making it difficult, but not impossible. Mini with a good
honestly,
clear on
Miniboo might
Purpo,
have to get one here
create an
now.
avenue forward.
How do you dig Miniboo out of this position though? Camo going to find Glyph. Mini will respond.
I mean, Mini's trying there, but there's the problem. As I said, that judge just keeps control on site. So 1v2 Mini, he's been probably the redeeming factor in even some of the losses from mates. But yeah, that one.
Hey, very nicely handled. A little Astro Util on this as well.
Defensive round from Liquid.
Yeah, considering that was the big buy round from mates, it was a little disappointing. That was pretty rough
even
there.
then, there's no confirmation from Purpo, but Miniboo's
It just went so early on
preemptive
site here.
rotation, he
People's
gets a
like,
judge back in a position where it can shine. He's not trying to retake here. He's
on his
getting
own.
ahead of Mates' sight here. Like I said, that's Mates actually reading the map really well, making a very good decision. Heads up play here from Liquid. Got a lot more feisty in terms of pacing, certainly in terms of decision making.
So quiet, man.
So you're gonna snake bite early. Beepo's got ahead of it though. Will be spammed off, and Nats actually closes out.
It's pretty bold from Nats considering the.
Fully in control, man.
Dude, how's that not a kill though?
Surprise, the Stars got
I was gonna say, considering it, he's up against an eco to go through here and maybe give him a gun, a little close, but I like that everyone is just here to jump and save him.
This round didn't work out. The one towards Vents didn't work out. I'm a bit concerned, bigger picture.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Beepo kind of satisfy both sides of the coin with Neon in general, but more and more recently we're seeing him just throw his life on the line, right?
Yeah.
And again, it is a thankless task, especially alongside a duelist like Martin, a real record breaker.
It was good backup? Yeah, it was good backup.
But in some of these situations here, like
Big
you said,
buy round,
there's
stocks
no
are one
follow-up.
away.
The gap is
Razor.
so big.
Razor for Razor.
Unfortunately, Nats able to reinforce the hold around the orb.
And it's not an easy job against someone like Nats either.
It's
like,
not.
okay, we are actually going to hear from mates themselves. Let's see how it's going on their side.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm prowling close.
Multi-flash.
Docking A.
Smoking.
They raised Nate out. They pulled, it's good.
They pulled nade.
Pushing A, two pushing A. Let's react rocket, with rocket, guys. I have close.
3, 2, go. After one. Stop picking.
Coming default.
Get up. Side.
Last player standing.
Look at boys. There's a wiggle.
Deploying down.
I mean,
Dude, that was nice though. They forced him to react into the Razor by pushing.
Again, decisive in terms of the call here, but Wayne able to remove the showstopper so quickly.
They shut him down. It's good Viper
Very
Molly as well.
proactive in terms of dealing with Mini early on, opens up a ton of freedom in terms of the rest of the map if Liquid need it, and they actually don't at all.
Say?
I think to me, I'm just going to watch throughout this, the spacing specifically behind Beepo. Again, if he has to be the one going forward here, timeout comes in. This is from mates. Not too shocking in that they've hit a bit of a brick wall since getting into the buy.
Say, Mini, that was it. Right.
for Liquid. I want to see what the ideas are behind this, because once again, it feels, yes, it's a thankless job, and I know we'll talk about it when you're, being kind of a role player.
Very
in that
little
regard,
energy in the comms. That's okay.
Don't look at me like that.
I mean, the main stuff got
Yeah.
spoken about.
But again, it's like, okay,
Don't have to be
you can
hype
be
and
kind
stuff,
of
man.
a system player, let's call it, to keep your eyebrows down, which is fine.
It's not like they
but
could
then what's
call
the
out
plan
too much
behind
as
it?
well.
'Cause
They
it just
literally
feels
didn't
like
get
it's
through
out
the
of
choke.
sorts, and it feels very much like, cool, I'm diving in, but then there's no punch behind it. There's no next layer. It just feels a bit individual. And how many of those first kills are we seeing going now towards Team Liquid?
It would be much easier to sit here and kind of be a bit more confused about it if we didn't have the context of seeing this duelist duo alongside, well, between Beepo and Martine work so well.
It can.
With Martine on the Yoru.
Yes, 100%.
Now, that's where it becomes a little bit more, I'm going to be honest, a bit more disheartening to see Beepo still kind of continue with the same trend in rounds where Martine's not able to get into the same position.
Big buy rounds.
And actually play off that. If Beepo's 0 and 1 and 5,
Liquid can play retic if they want to.
And a different performance overall from stage 1.
Change from
outside of
Jedi
the
mates
competitions,
after
then
they've kind of
sure,
been getting
you can
dogged over
absolutely justify
towards
that,
8.
but
They
Still
put
wanna
another
see it
pass in,
again.
yeah.
This is
Whoa.
my worry. If I see repetition in it now,
Guys,
that's already been
this ain't great.
stalled out with a little bit of Viper utility and Camo's commitment as well, but where do mates decide they want to head? It looks like trying to get a couple of players.
Poor Purpo's just half a second off.
Yeah, Miniboo's already up here as well, so it's. I think they've read this quite nicely.
Is this really after the timeout?
On the flash.
They fake push over towards
But that's
B,
not too telling
then
at
they
this
try and
point.
make it look
Maybe
like they're
for Lurk, it could be
taking
one
space
player.
on A.
They now see the boom
Then they
bot,
want to
though,
go
so that's
back
at
B
least confirmed
re-hit because they got the nade out, I
freeze
guess.
outside.
Or I guess they were thinking it'd be the molly.
Yeah. Spike, not going to be committed just yet. Olds to invest here, actually, for Liquid.
It's just that no one really
Spike's
invests
really sick, as if Purpo-
Fade out for a fake normally.
It's a little paranoid about what else is behind this, and yeah, going to be invested here. Won't paint.
As soon as the
Very
Seeker
clear
goes
picture,
towards
but
middle, they
one
should
still
know.
Going towards mid here does kind of tell Liquid the lay of the land.
Yeah, maybe just that little bit of a note in the back of their minds that Glyph does have the TP as well, so you can't be too heavily committed on either side.
30 seconds.
And here we go.
Might
This
even
is
be a
where my
three-person
eyes get
holdover
drawn to
towards
that
site. They
spacing
don't have
again,
util though.
making sure they've got the layering right to this. And Starzo gonna head on in. Joined, obviously, by, well, Beepo's there, but not for long. It's a shutout. Liquid not falling for any of it. That little fake that was thrown, that maybe pull of attention, trying to cause that rotation of a player, it had nothing to it. And now Martino,
it was
options
not
zero.
great, man.
Spike's down, it's gone, it's on their
I
side
don't
of the
even think they
pillar,
need to
basically.
invest the
Liquid
fade or
really
into their
good
fake
heads-up
hit.
work. Full
I felt like they got
control
all the
still.
util
The
out
timing of this
with their
investment as
fake
well,
hit,
particularly,
and then they
this
invested
would be
the
one
ult.
of those situations where there are real question marks across the map. Fortunately, with the boombot confirmation, because if Martine does fall in,
Yep.
absolutely behead Martine.
Little rough, yeah, looked really rough,
Again,
man.
there's
Not
no
great.
hesitation. Well, not Purpo's kind of doing that of his own accord.
I will
That's
say the
plan
Seekers was like
the whole way
very
through
nicely
here.
timed though as well.
Fortunately, mates
He did
fall
Seekers
fouls
over
and
towards
the
spawn and
information game.
it pretty much just went for the 2 over towards A, and then as soon as that one goes towards middle, as that one goes towards middle, you see Nat shift from
Now a string of rounds unanswered.
shifted
A
from
5-2
vents
scoreline
over
here
towards
for
heaven,
mates to try and
and then they had
troubleshoot.
3 on site.
Broken by it's obviously Mini's rifle.
So
still
maybe
in
it was down to
hand.
Purpo's util as well.
Nats has been passing this test though with flying colours, even after the pressure, and this is when the spacing, keep it in mind.
Boston again
remember,
through the molly.
Beepo's been struggling, he's paused for thought this time a little sooner, not on the initial 1-for-1 challenge, and Nats is going to fall away. So they've won out towards middle. A nice individual adjustment from Beepo to make sure they win at least that segment of the map.
It's that moment to take a breath before proceeding through, but still Nats is going to get back up onto stairs.
He's everywhere.
Yeah, omnipresent in this round here, and Camo's the one to find Mini first.
Camo's been so good though mechanically as well. Outdone in the end by Martine, and a follow-up. Sight now under the hands of Mate. Nats though not going to fall back from this, finds Beepo adrift.
Oh, spotted Glyph.
Yeah, but they spotted his gun.
The barrel, if not the hood
Oh,
as
I'm
well.
not sure about that one,
And
mate. The spread
Vipers-
never goes well on
Maybe
vents.
just to deny information here towards Rafters.
Dude, that's
but
a
it doesn't
rough
stretch
ult.
all the
Look
way
at
to
it.
the end. They have to win out this final CT. To Starzo,
The
and
spread on
Nats will get the
Rafters
trade.
is never
Good trade,
good.
but Minibu has to
It can only go so far.
Gonna know the Montpellier caught in the middle of the swing. Leaving Nats to try and clutch this. He'd have seen
Pretty sure he
them.
tried to get it down.
Definitely has now. What a shot, 8 bullets.
Oh, 7 bullets.
Nats, masterful for sure. Looking
Oh.
for it. Calm, cool, and collected
Dude, that was
from
close.
Glyph. A necessity against
Yeah, he's trying to get the
someone
ult to
like
hit the
Nats.
floor there for sure.
Comes right down to the wire.
Money's in the bin though, I will say that.
Opting for the shorty here, hoping for a quick kill round the corner, but
Nice from Martin.
Very, very nice openers here with the Sheriff. Nats nearly gets this done on the way back in. Unfortunately, Miniboo caught here blind just as the wall goes up. And a crucial win here for Glyph to keep mates in this. And a conversion here from just the rifle.
Do you prefer the China playoff bracket or the other regions? I prefer the other regions, man. I don't want to watch 5 weeks for just seedings. I want the seedings to at least mean something.
Beepo's having such a punishing series so far already. This one you can't really blame him on too much, but again,
Like, I want my 4th seed to go lower bracket and my 1st seed to go have a bye, to be honest. Otherwise, it's just 5 weeks of like relatively meaningless games.
Oh, it's a beautiful display.
Yeah, they got no money as well. It's a big shutdown. Got 1-9 loss bonus. Everyone's sitting about 2,500, but they got so many ults that they could try force it.
Aggressively in terms of committing to these engagements, maybe just on the back of an opener like this from Miniboo.
Gets you pumped up, man.
Nats here to find Glyph. Trying to get a bit cheeky with it.
And I like seeing this.
I feel like Nats is at every single site that they hit right now.
But sometimes that's what I want to see from him. Calling up
He's
his own
always
number,
here.
knowing, okay, let me go back in on this. I'm feeling it. Got that round.
Guess it's one of the benefits of the Sky right now.
I'm going to go for a bit more of that engage. And I like seeing a little bit more of that with him. That identity showing through. A really good indicator. But what it's done, though, is broken the buy from mates. They're in a bad spot now.
Is it only EMEA that has this? No, it's only China that has the 1st seed playing 4th seed at the beginning.
That's a response, but and that's the spike going forwards here. Starzo will get an upgrade of swords and camo. Put in a position
my
to
God.
fight further. Value, but Starzo just shut
That's
it
a
down.
little rough, man. They definitely play quite aggro middle against the ecos.
Jeez, okay. Okay, this is
Guys,
getting
non-stop.
messy. TP.
Miniboo
just
so
hunts
quick,
in,
man.
This is a really good read, but I like this kind of off angle from Wayne.
Yeah, it's a strong
Get
angle.
checked on. Does, but a great shot from him. He's looking much better at the moment as well. A little bit more solid. He'd kind of shied away, I think, from the limelight a little, but seeing this here, very, very good. What does Starzo do now? 1v2, knows that Miniboo was over towards 8, noted where Wayne was.
It's correct to play aggro middle versus neon comps against eco. I don't agree with that one, Bacon.
Just slow this down now.
You want to place the play the judge angles against the judge.
We'll have to commit to plant now.
It's a gamble of a guess, isn't it, really? And sadly, not the outcome he would have hoped for.
I think that's mad, Bacon.
Above. And I've got to say, Liquid looking pretty in control. I'm enjoying this from them.
I'll come back to that same word, feisty,
Yeah.
in terms of these engagements. Not shying away from it. No, Beepo here caught in mid.
You want to play... Yeah, you play... Okay, yeah. Okay. You want to play more aggro than they did, like play top mid and then drop smoke, sure.
Circumstances.
Yeah, I can get on board with that.
I didn't note it, but obviously Miniboo had the operator in the previous round, but brings a judge into that.
Yeah, Beepo looking frustrated
Disheveled.
as hell. Yeah, because statistically he's 1-9. We've seen these rounds, and the thing is, I'm not really putting it on him in his performance to a degree. If he's been told to do a role, right, you're just going to sit there and do it. Now, do I like what he's doing? No, it feels a little bit too far to the I'll just take space. At this point, I'm a bit worried.
Yeah,
because it's effective. You can see it on the stage, right?
Yeah,
it's hard to not
Cetera
feel
and
that.
Team Secret 1.
For a team that's
Yeah,
about,
but remember there's
kind of getting
nothing
back to form. A lot
that
of
they
it,
gain other than a champ
kind of
point.
onto other roles and
Wasn't like
a change of
many
pace
stakes for it.
in terms of his gameplay, but to come up against Miniboo, who's just been in pretty dominant form, to be honest. The comparison here, I mean, you can see on the numbers paint a picture. This is a tough
How long you be standing till? Just the end of the map.
Struggling the last few weeks.
Not doing anything crazy, man. We're still going until 3 AM today.
Change, for sure.
In terms of kind of their overall approach. If you weren't...
Go on.
It's not necessarily science by just seeing numbers from Beepo, but then you see a number of rounds already here on Split where it's just like you're dead in the first 7 seconds. You can't really justify that. Again, unless they're consistently trading off that, and they're not.
No, there's been like 1 or 2 where like 5 seconds later there'll be a trade, but by that point it's there in the forefront of my mind. And don't get me wrong, keep in mind I was I don't want to say critical of Miniboo, but I was also keeping an eye on him because I felt like he hadn't quite found his timing or footing yet. He was still trying to blend in.
Are they going to run him down?
Find his form, because you had the likes of Camo absolutely popping off. You had Purpo looking nuts. You know what I mean? Like these two heavy hitters. Miniboo started to find his rhythm as well.
Surely they get a champ point? Yeah, but mathematically they can't qualify through champ points.
Who was going to be
They didn't win anything.
and whatnot, as effectively primary in this meta on the Neon. You're under the most scrutiny, I think.
Of course you are. I think we've
It's,
seen the highs of it.
it's gonna be
We've seen
nice
the
to get
lows
rid
of
of this
it, right?
format,
It is a really
basically.
polarizing agent in certain players' hands, in certain teams' hands. I don't think it's just down to the individual. You're playing within a system. So let's
The
see.
honor of not being dead last year.
It is only
Sure.
Purpo this time on the side of the map. He's got rotations coming in.
Problem
Minibees
is, in
slowly
about
coming over, but that is with
2
Judge
months, no one
as
will
his ult in
even
hand.
remember it.
Perfect timing here for Purpo, right on the mid mark.
That's
And
big
going to get a
info.
ton of info.
I mean, that's a free
You have
side,
the
though.
divide here for Wayne.
Yeah, they got Astro.
Minibees also with an ultimate to invest here in the retake.
So what do? Hold heaven, aggro, then wall like this?
But it's an instantaneous trade. But the space still gets gathered. Again, sacrificial to take space to maybe allow for the bomb.
Oh my
That
God,
was
Minibees.
maybe the goal. But it is a 3v3. Spike's still not down. And you can see Minibees wanting to get involved. That's really takes away Glyph. It's looking like they want to crunch on site here. And there's no safety of the timer.
Yeah, I
Mates
like this Astro ult
get
from them.
rights.
So it looked
I
like Wayne
think
got both of them, man.
Yeah, it did.
I had a little check of the kill feed on that one real quick. There was a pause, don't you worry. But even the
They're getting
pausing
wrecked.
on
They're
that,
getting
again,
so
it's
wrecked, man.
purely
It's been one buy
sacrificial
round,
for
that's
Depot.
it.
He gets up there, he gets the ult, right? But look behind him. There is no one else towards ramp. This is purely do what you can up there. Get us in his face, we'll scale towards sight. But then they get picked to pieces. I just feel like
They swap groups at the end. Oh, that's true.
Again, I'm sure there's
I'll give you that. That is actually one thing that does mean something.
We're seeing it fall a
They
little
swap
short this
groups
time.
at the
And I
end,
guess
so you could
this
have an easier
example
group.
Here is one that you can kind of look at if this is kind of a drilled site here.
Yep.
Again, is it,
That's
is
valid.
it just for
That is
Depot to
actually
find
valid.
one?
Could be.
Well, it's just,
Dude, where are we for
One
that,
of those
though?
games,
yeah,
man.
can't get anything done again in the
Beepo's
early
having a
round.
nightmare.
Then in the first 15 seconds. That's it, gonna line them up.
Oh my god, it's so satisfying.
An in-zone flawless here
He's
for
got one of the
Liquid
best
to
Phantom
close
sprays,
out a
for sure. It's so
9-3
sick.
half,
He does that quite a
That
lot.
was a vice-like
Oh,
grip
that was
on the
nice.
half.
Dude, they got one buy round, that's it.
9-3,
It would have been
so
11-1 with the
solid.
pistol.
I mean, that was gorgeous to watch. Short individually from Nats, but what a solid showing from Liquid.
Oof.
And we'll be going down to an interview with two of these, I believe it's the Gentlemate superfans right after this.
It is Gentleman Superfans. They came here all the way for this matchup. Alex, Sean, thank you both for actually joining me, but it's a 9-3 half. It's not looking good.
We still trust our team and we still believe in them. So obviously we are a defensive team, so we can do this.
Okay, I like that. The hope, the belief for you though. Anything you want to say? Are you believing in this match?
Yeah, full belief. They win the major, the fucking teams and they have fucking mentals and they can come back everything.
All right, I like the energy, but
So
so far
casual.
you guys have been chanting quite loudly. There's some Liquid fans over there as well. You guys can, hi.
Bro, it's
How's
like
it
they
going
can't
over
find
there?
me, man. I'm just gonna casually
Yeah,
drop
good.
2 of them.
Enjoying it? Having a good time? Do you guys want to like chant against each other? Maybe? No? Do you guys still have the energy? All right, first Liquid.
Let's go, Liquid! Let's go, Liquid! Let's go, Liquid! Let's go, Liquid!
Thank you guys. Okay, gentlemates, this is gonna be a little cheating, so I'm gonna move the microphone a little further out. 3, 2, 1.
Look at Boo in the background, man. Boo's having none of it.
Thank you, everyone. Casters are gonna be heading back over to you guys.
You know what? You're braver than me to go for a crowd chant there.
I mean,
appreciate you. I appreciate you for that one.
Certainly a crowd diff, though. I'll say
Yeah,
that
oh,
much. But
Strong,
I mean,
strong diff.
I guess the crowd probably just reflecting Liquid's overall relaxed approach here to this first half.
Yeah.
Barely breaking a sweat, it felt like, in some of these rounds. And I mean, mates just have mountains to climb.
Bogo with the
to
prime
get back
picks. What's
into
the
this.
40
And
months,
it's always
mate?
the hard part when you look at the roster and you know the capability.
40
We
months
saw
for
it
Nats is
in
4K. All
Santiago,
right, we'll take
so
that.
So
before then,
recently.
we
Thank you
so
can-
much.
it's like it's that like quickness to how things can change.
It's a little worse when you look at the pistols.
One.
1-0 on this one.
That's what's going on right here.
I think we've got a little treat as well. We actually might be listening to one of the pistol rounds.
Dude, we love a
nice
pistol
change.
round
Yeah,
listening.
Jack's treating us right today. Treating us right, baby girl. Let's hear it.
Bubble over soon. Okay, go. I'm taking city. I'll take bomb. Bubble over.
Jesus, nice shot.
holding heaven flat, okay? TT,
One side.
I'm coming to you.
to secure room for me. Can we
Can
just
you
keep
smoke heaven?
one room? Boys, I walked out on B. I walked out on A. Wait, can I knife someone?
I'm also going away.
Boys,
don't do anything. We have two big rounds.
Make sure to plan. Make sure to plan. Planter open.
He's holding me. He's not expecting you.
Can you come sit?
Come sit, Asfri, yeah. Spacing, Tommy.
Let's go
Big
S2.
man.
I'll jiggle main for you guys.
Let's pick one. Spacing, dummy, spacing.
Well, one more CT might be. I mean, he crossed, could be crossing. No, he didn't cross, he's on UIs. Bro, wait, are they saving or what is... Bro, they 200 holding me, kurwa.
Can I knife someone, please?
20 seconds into the round. Can I know someone, please?
I mean, I was talking about them maybe coasting in here.
Oh,
but
what a crazy shot.
I didn't catch that.
That was wild. I don't know, man.
Huh?
I don't know. I was distracted by the knife potential.
Are we playing for KD?
Playing for KD. He's saying
Yeah,
that to the
well,
guy on
like
3
I
to
said,
12, man.
He's saying it to the guy on 3
Yeah,
to
this is like a
12 is
different caliber we're
crazy.
seeing. I feel like we're actually seeing, for the first time in a while, and God, this feels so toxic to say, and I'm sorry.
Go on.
Because normally when Liquid qualify to internationals, and it's not necessarily a good sign for the league, right? It's like, oh, something's gone a little wrong. This looks like the first time we're seeing Liquid actually looking like building towards good international form here. Good work actually coming out from mates. What was that thought? They're making something out of nothing. They're still in this race here. Purple and Wayne now suddenly feeling a bit of pressure. Can they locate? Doubled up one towards Pillar. One comes in. That's not what they wanted there. That is a real turn of the tides. This could be everything it is. Mates with
2 gun upgrades as well.
not out of it yet.
Yeah. Element of complacency here.
Yeah, a couple of bandits.
Their way onto site. It's 2 kills to come through.
Couple of
in
bandits and
favour
kind
of
of
Mates
stack
to
the right
really
side.
slow things down here.
A straight up B for against an anti-eco. Yeah, it's a bold one.
The C's comes in as well. Sets up that first kill.
It's when
a 3v2 favouring Mates.
that's when you got a big lead, man, when doing
Close
kind
out
of
here on number
that crap.
4. Flipping round 2, but
Not great.
is that going to be enough for Mates to string something together here?
They got a hero Bucky. I'll look and one-shot everyone from
Wants to
Beepo.
at least pose a threat in this round. All over the top here from Nats to deny some information just outside Mail. Almost maybe try to bait them into a mid exploration, but it's Liquid as 5 now. Got a ton of space to play into.
Starzo up here, I think, and Mini
I
on
mean,
the
it's a
shoulder.
4-person stack there.
Who tries to gap close but gets caught. Nice work from Starzo. Keep them at arm's length. This is good.
Oh!
That's dangerous though. Just gets caught as he's trying to flash through towards stairs. And Wayne doesn't have much to play with.
That's good damage though.
All right. 2 left alive. It's not, look, if we're talking bigger picture, it's not the most ideal. But you know what? You take a round when you get them at this point.
I mean, they need them, that's for sure.
Yep.
I'm not going to be able to at least reinforce these early rebuys. Starzo does really well to slow things down here. Purple find 2 fantastic responses here with the Sheriff.
Down B.
Keeping it competitive. Even in the wins, they're still getting a lot
Carrigan,
of
thanks
challenge
much
on
for the
this
prime.
number 5
Thank you for the
respectable
18 months
scoreline,
done.
starting to become maybe a reality. Buy-in though for Liquid now.
And that's not going to be revealed just yet, but the expectation for sure will be there. I'm not sure actually if Mini, was spotted initially on that orb drop. I know he didn't have the favourable angle on the jump peak, but forced a little deeper here.
Nats is going to get tested.
Similar scenes on both sides. This Nats who's really struggling.
Well,
with the
sometimes you
management.
spray and
Beepo
kill
sent in
4,
there,
sometimes
but the
that
utility to
happens.
get him online. And now Liquid desperate to try and maybe springboard through that mailroom area, but this nice little crossfire. Oh, no swing on
from
that.
Glyph.
Glyph?
We're just waiting for the reinforcements here, but
Yeah. Oh, this got dangerous. I mean, this is still looking favourable towards Mates, but there's been a couple of moments that are keeping me on the edge of my
if
seat.
Wayne can catch somebody in heaven here, though, Beepo's low HP.
Last player standing.
Nice. Good
That's a
work from Beepo.
crucial kill from Beepo.
Yeah, that eco kind of changed everything. Liquid down to
Mates now up to
eco of
6.
themselves. They got pretty good money as they can low buy, get some stingers.
Bonus
Bucky.
conversion of sorts. Even though we had a round 2 flip, Nats so unlucky not to get
Yeah.
this. The vulnerable taking effect.
They believe in? Oh, for sure.
Still able to make it work there with the judge.
Enemy remaining.
Liquid. At least call a timeout here.
But I also want to kind of highlight what we're seeing in a way from even just kind of how they're trying to set up Beepo in that round, right? There was actually util trying to play him in, take some of that space away, trying to maybe scale him across on one of those extremities to actually get him online, and it's worked pretty well. I mean, he's already up to, what, 8 to 13, which is a drastic difference to the first half, so good to see him finding a little bit of his footing here. That's got
The
to feel...
ultimate as well.
Yeah, that's got to
we're
feel
in
so
the
good.
5th round of the second half, but Still at least here. Like I said, the numbers certainly going to make the discussion a little easier to have. On the side of Liquid though, Divide available, Miniboo 1 away, Camo just about halfway. Yes, Nats and Purpo as well actually, so on the brink of very early ult cycle here for Liquid. Might come on the buy round. Maybe actually, I mean, you look at a kill for...
Yeah, I mean, it's a good bonus, or good low buy even.
Yeah. It certainly could take
One away
a
for Fade, or
some investment here as well.
if
So
Miniboo
certainly
gets a
chance for
kill, it
Liquid
might
to
snowball a little bit. They picked the right
ensure that
site.
is the case.
Could be the intention, couldn't it? Try and get themselves at least competitive for a kill in this, build up those ults.
Well, you
get ready for that
watch
nice
Americas
buy
for
round.
sure.
They're already
It's good
buying
games
below
today.
1. I think Nats is a little lower than the others, but I
Oh,
don't
dude.
really doubt Nats in his intentions by this point. Very close horn here. Beepo then
Do
gonna
like
have to
this
be
Fade
forced away.
either.
This is Miniboo trying to take space up towards ramp. So they've won out the early battle and a limited amount of exchange. Now, Camo going to join him up towards Heaven. Much heavier emphasis towards that take, but sight, though, is the issue. Spike gets left on the way through. So Liquid want to pause on this for a
Does
second, see if they
Beepo
can catch someone in
overheat?
that transition.
Great
Probably not.
disconnect from mates as well. Look how far they actually peel away from Heaven. Issue being this exploration or re-clearance back in becomes a bit problematic, but without the spike making its way to site, mates can hold on to this.
Yeah, they can get a little tricky with it. Got to see discipline here from mates. And that curiosity starting to peak, right? A little bit of util invested here and there, drawing eyes away. Martin gonna make
I mean,
a couple of
Miniboo just
audio
had to
cues. They're
rotate
reading this
over
as it's gonna
towards
be an
B,
adjustment
so
towards B. It's not yet. It's a full freeze.
they might know there's only
on
2 on
Heaven.
A right now.
Now, obviously, Liquid don't know that site is pretty much clear. Beepo going to be smoked off. And Starzo forced off the angle. This is actually quite
discover
good.
one
They've now got a
spawn.
way through. They've got a way
Yeah,
to
this
maybe
is pretty
ferry
good.
that spike forward, get a plant in. Now, there is no layers beyond that. I'm looking to see if Miniboo maybe goes hunting. But I think for now, he's just trying to patrol up towards Heaven.
I was going to say, Camo has to play his life here. Beepo just catches him ahead of that smoke re-popping.
I'm out of here.
Shallow smoke going out from the defending side, so trying to maybe carve a way forward here, but Miniboo not getting much play in towards that CT area. Now they're already on the site. This is great from mates, good discipline, and great trades from Beepo there, doing very, very well. Miniboo now needing to go nuclear. Defuse is coming in. I don't think he can really deny it. Martin's going to sit that. Job done. Mates are back on the
Considering it's a
board.
low
They're
buy,
back
not
in
too bad.
business.
Stringing rounds
3
together.
rebuys, and he's going to get low here.
A chance here for Miniboo to go absolutely huge in the clutch, but
Where does split seem more defense-sided? It's not at the moment. It's still a little attack-sided.
crucial shot.
It's mostly 6-6s right now.
And it's the composure as well. Like you said,
Sometimes you get the
respect
7-5.
shown, mates give up
It did the stat
everything.
earlier, it was like
And
55%
not
or something.
necessarily roll the dice, but they do take a real gamble with the likes of Miniboo being so close to spawn to be able to prevent them actually getting back into screens. It's 4 rounds unanswered now in favour of the mates, but Liquid, like I said, on the brink of a ton of ultimates. Nats just missing 2, Camo as well. Purpo, 1 off the Seekers.
Martin tasked this time. Ooh, Sarzo, he's in a bit of an awkward spot here. Had to give up heaven
panic
control.
goal.
Yeah, fell away from that. I
He's
think
had
that's gonna
some
catch one,
ruffles, I'm
maybe
not gonna
just
lie.
going to get Purpo in that, but
But if they
Martin
were
ate
pushing him, it would have
some of
probably
that
got him
ratio
out.
as well, down to half HP.
it's going to sting a
Preferred
little.
this one to his fake one that he
I'm going
did.
to confirm that there is a tendency. This time around, there's layers to this, though. Nats disconnected from the others. Looking to maybe create some pressure, but it looks like they're going to go on this one. That's the spike now lost. Miniboo wins out on towards Starzo. Wayne then gets his.
Bliss
but
gone
it's
for a
gonna be
hero
Griff
play.
Taking back some
7
space
bullets.
on the site now. Looking to the
Oh,
left.
that's-
Timing. Got to be careful. Oh, maybe unnecessary, but wanted
Yeah,
some
they got
safety
no idea
on the
about
side. Maybe
Nat's luck.
get some space to their side, but it's Mini.
I was saying that, he took a little bit of damage earlier, so maybe they saw him.
Has to close the gap here to get close enough to somebody, but Nats would be the first victim.
I think he's the concern. They're trying to find him, but it feels like they just kind of
Oops.
accepted their fate at that point, and there, the drop on it. They've got that one done very nicely. Handled by Liquid. A little bit of a change of pace there, too.
I'm over.
You're feeling like they still favour themselves in terms of these.
I wonder if Genomates are going to start more over towards A
Setup here from
or
mates.
play site.
Miniboo up to 20 now.
And also
Back
really,
of that 3K, just really impressive performance from him.
And I just want to add in the note that Nats then being slightly disconnected from the others was such a nice element as well. Because the last time around,
Three
it was
starting over towards A.
It was that lighter purchase, so you weren't kind of holding it to the same standard. But seeing him just slightly further away, keeping players then present across the rest of the map, causing
Oh
the
my goodness.
Starzo off the rip. Again, he's been a real problem to try and clear on this
He was
side.
trying to counter the fact that he's just dropping the fade eye instantly.
Yeah, the trade
He's trying to slide on him while he's doing
continue 4v4 here.
the fade eye alley.
Both Neon's removes are certainly a slower pace for the remainder of round 19. Purpo now rotation. I mean, B-site has been given up. They do have the showstopper to maybe emphasize this retake.
Mini plays close against the Seekers. Uh-oh.
Got to be careful here, though. Nats.
When do they pop it?
Clearance through mid. Does clear the corner. Will find the kill. Pit available now for Nats. Martin. Ooh, where does he send it? He just missed
Crowds. Bro, that one guy in the crowd.
And,
that's messed up.
Love it when the audience yells out. Let's not do that again. 3v3.
That's crazy.
And at this point, it's going to be Glyph. Just going to be noted as well on that boom bot, even just for a second. Purpo going to follow up with the dog. And then the catch in middle. Starzo with the reaggress going to catch Wayne. Things starting to look a little tougher for Liquid here. Camo. Yeah, he's got the ult, but at what point are you looking to maybe invest this? It probably wouldn't be now, unless maybe they caught Glyph there. This is a good hold from Mates and Glyph to shut it down.
It's 2 people on Liquid, they can't buy.
On the board, still for Liquid. Mates now find a response once more. Yeah, he's starting to build a little bit of momentum. I'm going to look at how the buy settles here for Liquid. I mean, some players struggling for sure.
Let's go, boy!
Said a pit and a showstopper still at their disposal. It's a fairly direct approach here on a lesser buy towards
Yeah,
B.
it kind of looks like they might put Brazo, but they should have a different gun.
Purchase.
Oh, I think we got the Liquid.
Wait, that's a mad one from Glyph.
Wait, I'll use my one more. I'll use my ulti CT. Face under. Bubble over.
Okay, but I'm not seeing like an out.
Camille, give me Phantom and play with your ult. Simon, just go plant. No, it's Camille, go back.
Drop. Up.
In the ult.
60, keep 60.
Oh boy, what a nightmare.
I had him covered on my...
Nice! Let's go! So fucking shit happening. I love this shit happening.
Dude, they got caught out trying to make a plan, man. He also pitted before they planted, so it just gave him so much space. Dude, this from Glyph, I get the idea he's trying to TP into the wall because it goes up, but God, it's so bald.
Here on split.
Yeah, frustrating one as well. It's always the ones you think, oh, that could be the real turning point.
Just come really close to flipping this back in their favor.
Could have been, but shoulda, woulda, coulda is always going to be the deathy at that point, isn't it? But buy still in hand. Mates can get back on track. 4-1 for Liquid to start. Starzo this time a little bit deeper, playing from Pillar instead. Oh, just caught. Just caught the back pedal, but Beeper wants in. I think he missed the
this
first
is it.
attempt.
He's got to
Still
get
gonna
one on
look
site
around to
here.
be a little bit of a threat, playing toward Pillar. Mini Boo tries to keep him in range. Tears one apart, but Purple and Wayne tipping those scales again. Plant going to come
Did he
down.
solo send out of heaven?
Not going to be easy for Glyph and Martin.
Divide on top.
Oh, that's just insult to injury. And as you said, that just purple divide there.
Not bad.
Making it incredibly difficult.
Fred, that confirms it though, right? Gentlemen to get 4th seed.
Just kind of take your time here, see if you can get anything done. No one's going to give you play now. Yeah, no backline threat. We know where Nats is. He doesn't drop on the divide. He had to wait it out. Has a pain shell, but the time's ticking. And they're there waiting. Team Liquid. Gotta say it, that first half felt fantastic to me. The second, we saw resurgence from Mates, but at the end,